Welcome back to Babba's You Bab Make Level. I'm Dear Darling, and Gamers Play. Fun is have you and me. Well, last time we managed to finish off both Shiny Ladder and Flourish, and the last one in this Land of Transport, I can't remember what this is called, we are doing a Spaceport, which I do vaguely remember was the sort of ideas we're sending this rocket down over here to try and push is into these sort of things. It's iterates off Skygate, right? Yeah, well so what's different is this time, I don't remember what we did for this. We had a rocket like nudge itself along. No. We had a rocket. Yeah, we had a rocket nudge and we had a rocket move, and then it sort of just like bounced back and forth because we put the words in a nice place. Now, obviously, we cannot quite do that because that relied on the rocket pushing is all the way in and then bouncing back, but now we've got little gaps above the is's, apart from the last one, interestingly enough. So the rocket cannot continuously push the is all the way in to make a word sun is push and start is push. At least I believe that's basically the same sort of general idea. Is we still want to make all these three push so we can actually get to a flag as written. Notably, we can make ice is empty, dust is cloud just means that we can't go in there anymore, and then we have rocket is shift, which I don't think I ever figured out what the point of rocket is shift is. So let's think about what we have. Almost certainly what we want to do is make rocket nudge. We want to set things up, then make rocket nudge, and it will just go boop, and it will hopefully push us in and then push us in somehow, then push that one in. Problem, we cannot make rocket is move. What? Wait, hold on. Did we have facing and text in the previous ones? We also had facing and text. I don't remember what we used facing and text for in that one. I forgot what I was saying. Problem. We can't have rockets move unless we have rocket move only some of the way. No, actually, I feel like that's something I tried, isn't it? Where I tried to do it such that rocket facing text is move, but the problem is it's always going to be facing text, so it still doesn't stop the problem of it pushing the thing entirely upwards. We basically need it to move for one step and then stop. Well, not stop, it needs to come back. Which is a bit difficult because that would either mean we had to put fill that empty space with something, or make ice stop. But we can't interact with ice. No, wait, ice disappears, so we can't even interact with ice. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to make our own rule, I think, over here, and have it come back. So like text. No, we'd have to make text stop at some point. We'd have to. Oh, maybe that's what we had to do. We have rocket being move and nudge, and then we have text is stop in here, and then as soon as it's in position we make text stop and it bounces back again, and then we unmake text stop and get ready to make it again. Oh, okay. That doesn't use a UFO, so but you know, I'm not really going to think about that at the moment. Oh wait, we don't have enough is's for that, do we? Because we need both rocket is nudge and rocket is move with that, don't we? Ah, okay, that's a problem. That is a problem. So hold on. We need rocket is nudge, rocket is move, and then we'd have literally no space to make text is stop. Literally not enough words. So I must be missing something. Biakoas. We have rocket is shift as well. I don't really understand what we need rocket is shift for. And we got facing text or text facing. It's probably not text facing, it's probably something facing text or facing UFO. Okay, so we basically facing, another way to think about it is we have a way to conditionally enact something upon the rocket. I assume it's got to be rocket we enact something on instead of a UFO or text, because UFO or text are generally not that useful, and it's a rocket which is the actual sort of like a piece de resistance that we have. Unless I'm thinking about this wrong, unless we need to do like UFO is nudge and move. Now that's an interesting idea. Is that an interesting idea? That's not really that an interesting idea. I suppose one thing we could do is we can make UFOs move and then it can take care of this one. It doesn't really take care of these two. Unless we do UFO is... Rocket is move, so it just moves this one into position. UFO It's facing this. Oh no, but that's a problem. There's a block here. We can't make a UFO face upwards here. That I remember now is a problem. And by if you wanted to know the rest of my train of thought, it was basically we could put UFO here facing upwards, a UFO here facing downwards, and then we'd have the UFOs move for 1 tick and then immediately stop it moving, and then make a rocket is move. Why? The reason we can't do that is because we can't actually get anything facing upwards here. It has to be facing upwards here, nudged along like this, and then move it upwards. But the problem with that is, if we have something... hold on. What if we had the rocket nudged along and moved upwards like this, and then we had UFO here, is move, immediately make Texas stop. I think that's too many ises. And also, I think I'm going down the wrong path with this one, because even if these do conceivably work, and they possibly could be an alternate solution, there's going to be an intended solution which actually utilizes all the things in the level, including facing text and rocket shift, which I've not really thought about enough, because why is rocket is shift useful? Why would we want the rocket to shift? If a rocket is shift, I guess we have a moving conveyor belt with it as nudge and or move. So actually we do have a surprising amount of control, because if we have a rocket facing upwards or downwards, just vertically, and we have nudge, we basically have a rocket. I don't know, we don't quite have a 360 degree. Oh, I was going to say we have like a rocket which we can basically control where it goes and then control which direction it shifts it. And that's not quite true, okay? Because nudging left and right doesn't make it face left and right. But it is something to think about. We have a moving conveyor belt. What do we need a moving conveyor belt for? I also just remembered now that stop wasn't actually used as a property in the previous one, wasn't it? It was used just as a text. It was used to like fill up this gap so the rocket didn't get stuck in it, I think. So I wonder if that's another similar thing here. But so you have the stop again, or it's either it's a similar thing, or it's not a similar thing. It's so obvious now I say it like that. But it's either this stop is also meant to be used to like to like get the rocket to like ricochet and like not get stuck here or not get stuck somewhere else in particular, and it's not actually to be used as a stop property, or it's a subversion on the previous level and it is actually meant to be used as a stop property, which is why we're only given one of them this time. What? Okay, so we probably established we want the rocket facing something as probably the intended property. What would be useful? Rocket facing... Well, UFO and text are quite interchangeable at this moment, so rocket facing UFO is stop. It's not that useful. Well, it's useful in the sense that it would be able to move it and then stop it, but the thing is, we'd have to... That would have to be the last word we move in position. But just due to the arrangement of all these words, this one is kind of forced to be the last one. So, what's the other alternative? Rocket facing UFO text is move. What would that mean? I suppose that would mean, say the rocket was facing upwards and being nudged along here, it would go here, then it would move. It'd be like push. And then it would move upwards and then, you know, get stuck in there, which is not all that useful. But I suppose a good thing it would, if we put like stop here, it could come along, like, imagine this one actually got pushed in properly. It would come along here, face this one, and then since it's moving, it would bounce off and face down here. Which almost seems like it's going to be useful. Actually, that does seem like it's quite useful, doesn't it? And then we can go here, and then if we put one more text here, like, I guess push once we're done with it, it can bounce off. No, it wouldn't bounce off. No, we put one text here, and then it would move here, and then it would move upwards into this one, constantly be facing it and push it upwards and push it into position. That's a really intriguing idea. So basically, if we can figure out a way to have rocket facing text or UFO. I think text is probably more useful then. Rocket facing text is move. Is that what rocket shift is for? Hold on. I'm trying to think how the operation of our orders go. It will move and then it will shift? What? How does this interaction work? I'm really confused. Basically what we want is we want the rocket to be facing text is move. If we can figure out a system that would only proc once on these words, we can use stop and push to make it bounce back and forth between these two. I mean, the bouncing back and forth really wasn't the biggest problem, I don't think. I think the problem was the thing I just said. Can we make it only work once? It must be something to do with rocket shift, because we have not used rocket shift at all. I'm just trying to figure out the order of rocket. So it would move. Rocket facing text is move. It would see the text. It would move upwards. And simultaneously push. If anything, we kind of want like rocket facing text is shift, wouldn't we? And then we could put the UFO where we're standing. And it could be facing upwards. It would rocket along. It would shift the UFO. Wait, does the UFO? No, the UFO might need to. No, the UFO doesn't need to be pushed, does it? Wait. When we shift things into something which is push, it pushes the thing out of the world. No, the UFO does need to be pushed. Yeah, I think the UFO does need to be pushed. And that's fine, because we could put UFO is push here, right? No, it cannot be push. Otherwise, we can't actually shift onto it, right? So, I'm getting so many things confused here. If where we're standing was a UFO and the rocket was facing upwards, being nudged over here, and rocket is shift, it would shift the UFO upwards. I think that pushes the text, right? Because the text itself is push. Text always inherently has the property push, and it won't just sort of like coalesce onto it, because the target is a text, so the text will be pushed, right? Would that proc before? I think that's what we want, right? So that's a way of having rocket facing texts move, but having the text only move once. That's an interesting way to circumvent it. We're not making the rocket move up only once. We're making the rocket ignore that rule for these two is's by putting UFOs here, making rocket shift, and then the UFO pushes it out the way so it doesn't see the text anymore. Okay, so on this turn, if a rocket's here, it's going to be nudged onto this, and then in the same turn, that UFO is going to immediately move upwards because rocket is shift. And then the next turn, on the next frame, now the text is not in front of a rocket. The rocket is not going to move up and push is further than it needs to go. Right, and then we put UFO is push here, so then the rocket goes nudge, 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 sees push, and goes, oh, I need to move across against that, and then it will end up here, where we put the other UFO, it shifts it across again, and in that same turn it resolves, because it gets shifted in that same frame, is gets pushed downwards. And then in the next frame, is no longer in front of a rocket. Perfect. Rocket doesn't move. It gets nudged across. It sees stop here, goes, ooh, I need to move. And goes upwards. No, this doesn't quite work. Because now it won't go upwards. We need one more text here. I don't know if we have a spare text. Let me think. We need rocket is nudge, rocket facing, text is move. Oh, we can't even make UFOs push. No, wait, we don't want UFOs push. Oh, yes, we don't want UFOs push. Okay, so we could put stop. Okay, so we could put stop here, push, and then UFO here. That's exactly what we need. Okay. Got it. I think. Maybe. Hold on. I hope this works. So stop. Again, is being used as an actual stop rather than something useful. Rocket goes here. Is nudge. Rocket, get ready, because you're gonna be nudge. UFO is push. Push these UFOs in front of it is, and they will be. Oh, I really hope. But one thing I'm worried about is this: is I wonder if UFOs actually do need to be pushed for them to move it is. I don't think they do, but if they do, then this all has just, you know, gone terribly wrong. Push is not being used as, well, push is being used to actually push. UFO is being used to flip the rocket. Then we have rocket facing text is move. I also just noticed that there's UFO is not move in the bottom left. And I think I said before about the idea of oh no, you need to go across first, don't you? No. Why has that happened? Oh, probably because I didn't get there fast enough, right? Is that because I didn't get there fast enough? That's a real shame, if it is. Okay, put the rocket here. I don't know why I put the rocket so far up in the first place. To give myself enough time to actually run over there. Oh. I hope that was just because I didn't get to rocket shift on time. Because I was not on the right frame. It has to be, rocket has to be shift before it actually gets onto the UFO, so it can, in the next frame, shift it. But I made it shift as it was on the UFO. So I think that was just due to me not being fast enough rather than it not working. If it is because it's not working, then, you know, I guess I'll just be sad. Hold on, we can't push that UFO in yet. Are you crazy? We need to push stop in, otherwise we can't get down. Actually, I'm not even sure if we need that stop there. I think it will just bounce up. Oh no, because it's not moving anymore. That's right, that's right. Rocket facing text is move. Probably shouldn't have set it up, you know, like, directly on the rule we want. Actually, no, it's fine, because the rocket's not going to be shift anyway. Why have I done this to myself? Why have I done this to myself? Okay, so the rocket needs to be here. This time, for sure. I wonder why we have such a big space up here, actually. I'm starting to get a bad feeling that it was actually because of the solution not actually working, not because I didn't get there in time. Because that is a big space up there. Which seems very, very random. But we are using all the rules at least. Actually, to be fair. Well, not to be fair. Perhaps I'm just doing an alternative solution, because I'm pretty sure my shiny ladder solution must be an alternative solution, because it makes no sense why I did, because I didn't use half the words that they gave us. Which is kind of part of the course for Babazu. If it's your first rodeo with Babazu, a lot of the times levels do tend to have quite varied solutions. Or, you know, sometimes it's surprising how many times different solutions can solve a thing. Oh. You don't know how happy it makes me, but that is actually how it works. Rocket is shift. Oh, that's really confusing to remember. That if rocket is shift is before it moves on to something, it will shift the things, and even though that thing isn't push, it will still push things. And then it will push things out of its own reach, so facing means it won't proc. That is a confusing one. That is a confusing one. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of feels like luck that I even got that one, I'm gonna be honest. But, you know, I gotta give myself some credit, surely. Oh, wow. This is actually just like our last level. There and back. I don't even remember this one. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, I hate this one because there's so many... Phantom is a really complicated thing. I say this about every rule. If I didn't figure out how to solve a level, I'm like, oh, it's such a complicated rule. Okay, so what is it? Lonely Baba is Phantom, Baba is you. I don't remember what I worked out from this one. Nor what we want to happen. Flag is hot. Flag has crab. Crab is win. So we need to melt the flag. We probably want to make flag is melt. Right. Flag and belt is not you. Fine. We probably want to push stuff out. I'm trying to think. We could push melt out actually pretty far. Okay, Phantom just means you can walk through literally everything, right? What is stop and still? Which is interesting. Probably to sort of dissuade like Water's push or something. What's this called? There and back. Flag and belt is not you. I don't even know why belt is here, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, belt shift still works if you're Phantom. We probably want Baba to not be Phantom. Or we want Baba to permanently be Phantom? That can't be right. With only so many things we can start off with. Not tower is push. Oh, that's why water stop. So, oh yeah, oh yeah, we can interact with this. But there's only so many starting points, and I think one of the starting point has to be this, right? And it should be like Lonely Baba. Lonely Baba is not Phantom? This doesn't turn me into Phantom if I'm not lonely. Oh, not Baba is you. I actually completely forgot about that. That probably seems important. Not Tower's push. No, Lonely Baba's Phantom, not Tower's push. Including battle. So now we can actually go back and forth here freely. We probably should have put melt here so then we can. How do we get out is? We need to put something above that is. What do we need a tower for? Oh, I wonder if we made towers melt. We can get flag and melt free. That's not a button. This is a button. Now I think about it, because we can do. Oh no. Oh, we can't actually get flag free. We can almost get flag free. But almost only counts in horseshoes, as they say. We can get melt free like this. And now our actual, when we come in ourselves, we can come here and we can push melt downwards. Flag is fine because we can push it anyway. We got to get is out of here. I assume that's what tower's meant to be for. Can we still push things when it's Phantom? I don't remember. I don't remember how Phantom works when we interact with it. But we do this. We push the belt. I don't even know why this belt's here, but not Tower's Phantom. Ooh. Oh, including text. So everything about the Tower's Phantom. Okay, but that's not very useful. We have Lonely to mess around with as well. So we have Tower's push. Tower's push, Tower's Phantom. We can remake this at any time. Oh gosh, don't do that. We could also get Lonely out that way. I don't know if we want Lonely out that way. We're going Tower's Phantom. It feels like we want to find a way to push a tower across this wall, basically. I'm just trying to figure out how. Not Lonely Tower. Is Phantom? We kind of want the wall to be Phantom. Not Tower is Phantom. Tower is push. Why? Oh, we're Phantom. Lonely Baba is not Phantom. No, we can't double up like that. What would we do if we had Tower anyway? It'd be really nice if we could put Tower here. Why? Actually, it's not very nice if we could put Tower there, is it? No, it'd be nice if we could put Tower there and then make us Tower. It'd be nice if we could have two things being us. Why would that be nice? Because then we can get something... I'm really confused. About a shift. That, I'm not really sure what we're doing. Apart from, obviously, we're trying to make Flag as Melt. What's the problem right now with Flag as Melt? Well, we can get Flag Space Melt, but we can't get Is over. Now, it seems logical to use this Is. But the thing is, we had to be him, we had to not be Phantom. But the only way we can get here is by being Phantom in the first place, to walk over the wall. So... what am I missing? Alternatively, I suppose we could push something here. Like what? Well, we could put... well, nothing can shift into anything else, I just noticed, apart from Flag, but... that's not very useful. Flag, we can turn Flag into something, but then we can't turn it back into Flag, so... this level must not be around, revolving around, turning things into other things. We can get Melt out completely fine. And why is it that we can get it out fine? It's because it only ever stands next to one thick walls. Where the direction opposite it has, nothing, hold on. What if we put Melt here? No. What can I do? We probably want to keep Baba's U. But we had to choose between Lonely Baba's. I wonder if we don't. I wonder if we choose now, but then we can go back on the choice later. Anyway, so we have access to Is, Phantom, not Tower, and Push. Tower is not Phantom, Tower is not Push, are not very useful. Not Baba is you seems kind of useful. Well, not Tower's Push. I don't know if we want this to push this way, but this is just strictly better than having the belt face the other way, isn't it? Because now we can go both ways. Not Tower is Phantom is almost useful except for it turns text into Phantom. I think it must be not Baba is you. But why is this useful? We come over here. What if we had not Baba is you, Tower is... Lonely Baba is... what? Lonely Baba is Phantom, not Tower is you. No. Not... Tower is you. Lonely Tower... Not Tower is you. Why have I done this? This is just doing Baba is you and Tower is you, but like more convoluted. So kind of Baba and Tower are actually now interchangeable. Technically, almost interchangeable. So do we want them to both simultaneously be us? How would we do that? Not Tower's Push, not Tower. There and back. I like, we have access to melt. And I feel like this should almost be good enough. But it's weirdly not. And we could have access to flag here. So if we could just get an is, just get that is out the corner. How much is that is in the corner? The one with a waggly tail. I think this is one I need to have a fresh perspective on rather than... I feel like I'm trying to do a very similar thing to what I did last time. This level is a bit too fresh in my memory. Because this feels very similar to what I was trying to do last time. Was trying to get something above this is and then push it downwards. But I feel like I need to come at it from a completely different perspective. I'll give it about 5 more minutes. Maybe I'll stumble across something. A completely different perspective. I don't need that. I need to get the text over here. How am I going to do that? I'm going to make the walls phantom. How am I going to do that? Not... I wonder if not lonely as phantom works. Probably not. There's so few things we can push. And so few things we even want to be phantom. I feel like it must be towers, push towers, phantom, but what do we do with that? Ah, hold on. One thing I never really play around with, but definitely should play around with a bit more, is that we can do this. Then we do not Barbara's you. Never mind. And now we have access to lonely and not. So now tower and Baba truly are interchangeable. Not lonely towers push. Not lonely tower is phantom. Is that useful? I'm not particularly convinced that's useful. Unless we want both of us to be phantom. No, lonely. Is it we want towers push, not lonely tower is phantom? No, wait, not towers phantom. We don't have any way of undoing that though as soon as we make that happen. Lonely towers phantom. So now the tower's solid again. Not towers push. It must be something like this. Not lonely tower. It's push. The tower is, to be fair, not lonely. No, we need like not Barbara's Evo. Probably not Towers Phantom, otherwise it would too incorporeal. No, Lonely Towers Phantom, not Barbara's you. Get over here. Somehow unmake not Barbara's you. How do I do that? Very good question. Lonely Barbara's you, not okay. What other like combinations do we have? With Tower is Baba, which is not useful. And Barbara's Tower, also not useful. I'm almost tempted to say Barbara's you is not useful at the moment. Can we reuse this trick of pushing a phantom tower onto text? And separating it? That doesn't seem very useful. Now that we got all the text off a wall. Maybe we're not meant to push the tower onto a... maybe it's just meant to be towers push. And we push it Over here, Lonely Baba is Phantom. No, we can't get it out from there. What if we pushed it onto here? Then made Lonely Baba is Phantom. No. As soon as a tower gets onto the wall, we can't push it off. Without making a walled Phantom, which is not really what we want. We need either for both us and the tower to be you simultaneously, or we need... What else could we possibly do? Or we need the walls to be Phantom without the text being Phantom, but I don't think that's feasible. Or we need... Tower is... Not... I think there must be an interaction. We haven't really used belt, which is also another thing to point out. We didn't even get the belt down. Okay, hold on. Maybe that's an avenue to explore further. Currently this belt is not tower, so it should be push. Why isn't it push? It's because we're Lonely Phantom. I wonder if we need to unmake this while we're... I don't want... I want not Lonely Baba to be Phantom, right? I think. Wait, why? And then we make towers push. Ah, hold on. And then tower no longer push. Now we can walk over the wall. Which I guess is useful? That's a way to walk over this wall. I don't know what we're gonna do with this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. But it's promising, I think. It's basically us walking on top of a wall. I see. Okay, so I think that's it. I think we solved it now. Free out these two. Hold on, I can't figure out. Ah, but we still need to get this flag out. No, but it's fine because it's like this now. Okay, so we have not. What? Wait, hold on. Why can't we even do? Oh, because we're not lonely. We do this. Not Lonely Baba is you, but tower is push. And then this is the tower's basic. Oh, this is symbolic of the tower basically being like our way and to climb on top of a wall. It's like this. Wait, what? Almost. This almost works. I'm missing one step. And that's how to get flag off that wall. We got melt. We got is. How do we get something off of a wall? We go back to Lonely Baba's Phantom. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then we go back to not Lonely Baba's. It's Phantom. And then we make flag as melt. Oh, we did it. Area complete. 40 minutes, my word. So we did stumble across something. Oh, that was a weird interaction. I've got to have a look at this level. Come on, it's conclusion. Like, I've got to have a look and see how difficult this last level is. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a celebration level. Thank you for playing and supporting King. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be like some last final level, which is very complicated or something. I think this might be it for Baba's Even. I don't know what cake... So cake is win will allow us to complete this level. And that area complete. I believe that means now we've completed the entirety of New Adventures. I didn't expect to finish it just like that, I'll be honest. I mean, I still haven't got down to those question marks. I'm not really sure. I wonder if I should look up those question marks to see if I'm done. But we're going to do Babra's End. And I think after that I'll have a look to see quite exactly. I like how everyone's here though. Quite exactly if there are more things we need to do or not. But for now we're going to enjoy this final cutscene of New Adventures. I love Babra's Eve so much. I'm so happy now that I've done it. It was very satisfying, that last one as well. You know, I always say this about puzzle games, you know, that aha moment, that sort of eureka moment, your Archimedes and bathtub moment is what you're really looking for when you play these sort of puzzle games, to just be like, oh, I finally understand what this level's about. I finally cracked the code. And, you know, oftentimes it's not exactly been particularly easy. Many levels that stumped us, namely Flight Academy, I will say. That I think that's going to stick in my mind of being the one which has, by far and away, stumped me the most in this expansion pack. I'm not sure what it was in the original ones, I'm going to be honest, without going into, like, super spoiler territory. And I remember the like, insulation one. Is that what it's called? That one stopped me, stumped me for ages. But I love Babra's Eve, and, you know, I can't stop gushing about Babra's Eve, and it is my favourite puzzle game of all time, and it definitely makes it into the top 5 of my favourite games of all time. And I suppose I'm glad that it actually got an update, and now that I've finally beaten it, and it's even more thrilling because now I've recorded the entire thing. So now if I'm ever like, oh, I wonder what I thought about this level, and go back and just see what I've done. And you, hopefully, if you're watching along, can also see exactly how my thought process went with a lot of these things. I apologise, especially in those quite a few of those last ones. I didn't keep a conversation going throughout the entire thing. It's quite difficult to, I think critically about a puzzle while also trying to speak at the same time. But I tried my best, is what I'd say. You might be wondering what's coming after this. I do love my puzzle games, and I've been recommended Steven Sausage Roll by, like, okay, maybe not like 50 million people. That's a bit too many. I don't even know that many people, but quite a few people have said you should try Steven Sausage Roll. That's a really good and very difficult puzzle game if you especially like Babra's Eve. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a shot. So that's probably what's going to follow on next. I just can't believe I've done it. Continue playing. I don't think there's anything for us to do. I will quickly pause here and just see if this is everything and there are no extra levels. Otherwise, this will be the final episode, so hold on a second. Well, according to the wiki, there's only 162 spores, 7 blossoms and 1 bonus, which we've got in New Adventure. I might as well check the museum and see if I got everything in it as well. And I suppose the actual Babra's Eve itself, sorry, not from this. I don't remember how I do things. Start game. New Adventures, Babra's Eve. So 88. So I'm missing one spore in museum, which I wonder if I should do that now. But okay, I think this depends on Babra's Eve, because there might be new updates. Oh, there's apparently 6 new levels in the actual base Babra's Eve. What on earth? I'm tempted to have a look through here and basically see what I'm missing. I can't see any missing ones from there. Because there have been levels which have been updated, I suppose, since last time. So I suppose that will be what we're going to be doing next time, is basically finishing off all the levels which we had not quite finished, including ones in Babra's Eve. By the way, mild spoiler, I suppose, territory in Babra's Eve. That I think we'll have to look at next time. So this is not going to be quite the final level as Babra's Eve, but the next ones are going to be a little bit strange and a little bit disconnected. This is going to be at least the end of New Adventures, because New Adventures is now completely completed. It's just, I'm going to go back through, because if you didn't know, I played this Babra's Eve ages ago, years ago, and since then I guess there have been updates and new levels added to some of them, because sometimes the developers add and change some levels, and apparently Museum has had a change as well. We'll be going through and trying to solve those levels. That's going to be very difficult as well, I think, because I have not played, of course, a lot of those levels in quite a while. I might have forgotten all the mechanics, but, you know, we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I just want to play more Babra's Eve whenever it's possible, but this is like a sort of definitive endpoint, and the rest of it is going to be like the epilogue of Babra's Eve, so to speak. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Babra's Eve Make Level. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me, Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.